the waning days of the late Bronze Age, an enigmatic and fierce confederation known as the Sea Peoples emerged from the shadows of history, their origins shrouded in mystery and their actions etched into the annals of time. Among their many encounters with ancient civilizations, one stands out as both a remarkable clash of cultures and a pivotal moment in the defense of Egypt's sovereignty. The Battle of the Delta, which occurred around 1175 BCE. Our story begins in an era marked by unprecedented turmoil in the Mediterranean. Around this time, various powerful empires were in decline, suffering under the weight of internal strife, famine, and possible natural disasters. Amidst this chaos, the Sea Peoples, a formidable seafaring confederation, began a series of invasions that would test the resilience of several nations. This motley group of warriors, including the Peleset, Cheker, Shekelesh, Denyen, and Weshesh, were driven by insatiable ambitions, seeking new lands by sword and flame. As their relentless onslaughts ravaged cities and brought mighty powers to their knees, the Sea Peoples set their sights on Egypt, the ancient land of the pharaohs, famed for its wealth, culture, and strategic importance. At the time, Egypt was under the rule of Pharaoh Ramesses III, who ascended the throne during a tumultuous period. Faced with external threats and domestic unrest, Ramesses III was determined to defend his kingdom with utmost vigor. Forewarned by the echoes of the Sea Peoples' previous devastations across the Mediterranean, Ramesses III methodically prepared for their impending arrival. Anticipating an attack, the pharaoh's strategists devised an elaborate defensive plan, revolving around Egypt's natural geographic strengths. The heart of this plan was to leverage the marshy expanses of the Nile Delta, transforming it into an arena where the Egyptians' intimate knowledge of their landscape could stymie the enemy. When the Sea Peoples launched their assault, they found themselves face to face with Egypt's well-prepared forces. Ramesses, a tactician of unmatched prowess, orchestrated his defenses on both land and sea. The Egyptian fleet, poised and ready, took strategic positions along the vital waterways of the Delta, ensuring not a single enemy vessel could advance without facing withering resistance. Meanwhile, on land, the Egyptian army awaited, fortified and vigilant. As the battle commenced, the Sea Peoples demonstrated their signature ferocity, charging with unbridled momentum. However, their aggression was met with Ramesses' astute use of the environment. Egyptian archers, positioned perfectly along the banks, unleashed a torrent of arrows from their elevated vantage points, exploiting the Sea Peoples' crowded vessels. Those who managed to land were ensnared by the complexity of the Delta's marshy terrain, finding their movements hampered and their formations in disarray. Under the relentless pressure of the coordinated Egyptian defense, the Sea Peoples, for all their valor and renown, struggled to gain a foothold. The waterlogged battlegrounds and the unyielding Egyptian will etched an unforeseen chapter of resistance for the invaders. Ramesses III's forces, orchestrated with surgical precision, gradually turned the tide of battle, pushing back the formidable enemy. In this epic showdown, depicted vividly on the walls of the Medinet Habu temple, the Egyptians celebrated a critical victory, one that not only secured their empire's borders but fortified their legacy against a backdrop of collapsing civilizations. The chilling threat of the Sea Peoples had been repelled, and peace, albeit ephemeral, was restored. In the wake of the battle, Egypt emerged as one of the few powers to withstand the upheaval of the age. This decisive triumph over the Sea Peoples underscored the profound impact of superior strategy and the indomitable will to persevere. Yet, as history would show, the ripple effects of the Sea Peoples' migrations would continue to shape the destinies of the cultures they touched, even as their own identity faded deeper into obscurity. To this day, the Battle of the Delta stands as a testament to Egypt's resilience during one of history's most turbulent eras. It reminds us of the delicate dance between power and peril, that has existed since the dawn of civilization. Amidst the ruins of time, it compels us to ponder the human spirit's capacity to confront voracious tides and emerge victorious, however briefly, before the sands of time reclaim all.